So prior to my mom getting out of the hospital, Auntie, who does watch my videos from time to time, said to me, you know, we talk about how your mom's really fragile, don't nag her, if, let her eat what she wants, or this, that, or whatever. Okay. That's all very fine and good. But we go back to the same thing. You guys don't live here, okay? She forgets to even drink water. I'm going to be adamant about that, people, okay? She's my mother. I'm trying to protect her health. She has got to drink water. And if hours and hours and hours have gone by and I even left water out for her and I find out she's only drank 1.5 cups of water in several hours, there's a problem. The lithium causes dehydration. I'm only having her drink the bare minimum of water, okay? Because if you're going to say to me, don't do anything, just completely leave her to her own defenses, leave her be, you as in anybody, including my aunt, then you know what? I won't even associate with her barely. I won't say one fucking word to her, and I don't want to see her deteriorating, so I'll just stay in my room, if that's what you want. Because it's fucking bullshit. It's total bullshit to say any shit like that to me. And if we want to be really blunt here, Auntie, and I'm almost saying it verbatim, Auntie also said to me a couple of other things, like, I'm really scared that, that just like, insert name of now dead sister, the one that my mom's always afraid of winding up, or would say when she was mad at her family, they're trying to turn me into that woman who was always a total fucking, she was just completely gone ever since I was a little girl. And she apparently wasn't like that prior to me being born. She was the oldest, and something happened where she got married, her husband died, and that was it. She lost it. Like I said, I think something happened way back then. That was so long ago that somebody fucked something up with her meds and fucked her up permanently in her head. I don't know. Regardless, I get my mom to do things. If that's nagging, then it's nagging. Anyone in my position, I know that I'm not alone. Of course, my enemies are going to tear me apart. They're going to act like I'm the worst person in the universe. Leave your mom alone. Oh, fine, I'll leave her alone. I will leave her alone, and I will just not barely associate with her. I've said this before, okay? Last night I woke, I encouraged her what she wanted to do. If she's feeling sick and she's trying to be there sitting up and sleeping with the dogs on the couch, hey, why don't you go into your bed? She doesn't have to. But she decided to at 6. I woke her up at 12 to take her meds. And when she took her meds, she didn't argue with me, even though earlier she said, I'm not taking them. And went back to bed as she had been for the last 6 hours with her sneakers on. So yeah, I said, Mom, if you're going to bed for the night, you don't have to brush your teeth, but you should take your sneakers off, okay? All this shit, this is not nagging. If someone doesn't know what to do, okay? If someone can have memory lapses, she says to me constantly, like, what's that medication? I'm on the new one. She can't remember that, okay? She'll talk to me and not be able to complete the sentence. I have no idea. I'm not a mind reader. What about that thing? Did you find that thing? Or what you will, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Mom. I'm sorry. That thing. I have no idea you know what I mean? I'm trying to get her healthier. Okay? That's not nagging. Oh, technically it's nagging if I'm making her drink water. She needs to fucking drink water. It's only the bare minimum I'm having her drink. Okay? The bare fucking minimum. I've encouraged her to drink coffee because I see her can't even keep her eyes open during the day. As in, you're talking to her after she slept 10 hours and she can't keep her eyes open. She's sitting there and you're talking to her. She cannot keep her eyes open. That's not good. I've encouraged her to talk to her doctors about the fact of what's going on with her. Okay? If that's, quote, nagging, then whatever. It's nagging. It's nagging because she has to do it. It's important. I know there's got to be other people in my position who I'm basically, in a lot of ways, caring for her. It's not the same thing as nagging, where it's, you know what I mean? This is a life or death thing. She, you know, nagging is something like her friend telling her she shouldn't drink, or telling me that my mom shouldn't drink. And believe me, if she could get away with it, if Auntie was that type of person, she'd be telling Auntie too. She just knows she can't get away with it. So Auntie will put her in her place. Okay? Oh, like I said, technically it's nagging. But when you have someone like that, I mean, I read in an MSN article, if your elderly parent needs to drink water and doesn't remember to drink water, you got to tell them. That is nagging, but it's necessary. I don't tell her what to wear. I don't tell her when to shower. I don't tell her any kind of shit like that. But she forgets that we go to the grocery store. And I will tell her, I'm like, you know, Mom, we have apples and oranges and you should eat them. They're good. You haven't eaten it. I can't find them. Mom, we share a thing. I buy a ton of vegetables and stuff to make healthy stuff for us, but we need room for it. Everything can't be out in the open. I make sure I put my juice or my coconut milk or my whatever the way back and hers in the front. But the vegetables, we have the limited drawer, and the vegetables are for both of us because I make healthy stuff with them. But that means that you can't just have in one drawer the apples and oranges so she can easily find them. She's got to take something out to find the apples and oranges and not just say, I can't find them. Do you guys understand that? I don't tell her what to do. I don't tell her what to eat. I make healthy stuff. I have her try a tiny bit. Tell her she can help herself. She can help herself. In the hospital, somebody put up her hair in braids. And she's kept them in for a long time. Because she only washes her hair every couple of weeks. When I visited her, I noticed all like stuff on the side of her head or whatnot. So when she on her own finally decided to wash her hair, she couldn't even get the braid out. It was a kind that goes up in your head. It wasn't like an easy braid like I know how to do. It was the kind I don't know how to do. And she wouldn't even be able to do that. I know she wouldn't have, because I had difficulty getting it out. You can't wash your hair like that. So I got it out. And also because I know about buildup, and I know she's had the braids in her hair for 2 weeks. She just did it. She just washed her hair yesterday. Or Sunday. Sunday. Oh, and then when she washed her hair and it was wet, and it wasn't 100 degrees outside, I said, I'm walking home. I'm like, you can come if you want. I don't know if you want to come with your hair wet, but you can wear a hood or hat or whatever. She made the decision. I don't force her to go for the walks either. Okay? I helped her. She's lucky I was even up to help her. I helped her get that thing off of her head. And then I told her, but she didn't have to do it. I said, you know, I put on my head at the very end the apple cider vinegar lemon juice, you know, because it clears up buildup and whatnot. That's a gentle way. You think I'm going to tell her that I saw disgusting stuff on the side of her head, and dandruff. It was like, I don't even know, can't even describe it. She's fortunate she doesn't have to color her hair. Her hair's still a beautiful brown color, blondish brown. She doesn't have to color it at 70 years old. She doesn't even have gray hair. It's amazing. But I do have to quote nag her on certain things, people. And Auntie also, besides saying that, about, you know, I'm worried that no medication is going to work for her, and she's going to, you know, wind up. That's why we had to put so-and-so in a nursing home. That's number one. You know. And then she totally buys into the chemical imbalance shit, hook, line, and sinker. I mean, that's like, oh, and she also said to me, you know, you have to accept that this probably is just going to be your mom's life, that this is going to keep happening. See? You get what we're dealing with Auntie? So, of course, she can easily say, just leave your mother be. Don't nag her at all. Don't say one word to her. Well, then if I have to do that, I'll just stay in my room. I won't worry. I won't pour waters for her. I'll just trust that she's going to drink enough water. And then when I know damn well she's not. Okay? This is life or death. The food's one thing. She has got to drink enough water, and she doesn't remember, period. And any of you who say, including my aunt, don't nag her, just let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and go fuck yourselves. She's my mother. I'm trying to keep her healthy, and she can't remember to keep herself healthy. That's the bottom line. Okay? We bought all good stuff, apples, oranges, delicious, etc., etc. I noticed the days she hadn't touched them. It had been like 5 days as we were grocery shopping. I said, I know, you know, I said to her, you know, we have apples and oranges there, Mom. I can't find them. See? She doesn't want to move anything around it. That's impossible. It's if you live with someone, just one person. We don't have enough room. There's one refrigerator, and the stuff that's in there is not just for me, it's for both of us. Okay? It's for both of us. But it means that the apples and oranges can't just sit alone in one big drawer by themselves. That can't be. Her other stuff, you know, she doesn't buy stuff to go in the regular refrigerator. I put it in the front to make sure she can see it instantly. But the fruit and vegetables, the cucumbers, the same thing. She knew we bought 3 cucumbers that she loves. Days and days had gone by and she hadn't touched a single cucumber. I said, Mom, you know, you have cucumbers in there. You can have one and share it with Oma, you know. This isn't nagging. It's gentle nagging. It's to try to keep her as healthy as possible, because I know she's toxic with those fucking drugs, and she can't even keep her eyes open talking to me after she slept all night long. We have a problem there, people. Okay, that's not me nagging. Nagging is her friend getting on my case on more than one occasion regarding that my mom shouldn't drink. That's fucking nagging. Okay? That's a different circumstance. My mom's not an alcoholic. She drinks once in a blue moon, and like Auntie says, in a perfect world, yeah, my mom would never drink on medication, on psych meds. Technically, you're not supposed to. Okay? But cut her some fucking slack. I only quote nag her, unquote, on the bare minimum. The bare minimum has to do with her health. I'm trying to keep her as healthy as possible. And she has to drink water. I don't care what any of you say. And she doesn't remember to drink water. So I do have to nag her regarding that. But nothing else. Auntie saw that video, but remember, I admitted I was wrong. I was caught off guard that night. That was months ago. You know, when whatever, back before she went in so it was months ago, because before she went in that other hospital, the hospital before this last one, where I did yell at her about brushing her teeth. But then I told you guys, you know, I'll never do it again, and I've never done it since. She can let her teeth rot out of her skull if she wants to. Okay? And as for her eyes, she's not going to call them. And then I'll be, you know, I'm in a rock and a hard place. You say, don't nag her. Well, she's not going to even go back to the eye doctor at all. Her eyes aren't going to get better. They're just going to get worse. You know? Unless I say something, and I've already said something, and she doesn't want to do it, so that would be nagging. So do you want me to just not say anything? You who tell me that I nag her? Do you want me to just not say anything about anything? Let her, you know, I'll let her teeth rot out of her skull, but am I not going to have her go back to her eye doctor either because she says they hurt her? They hurt her because they're doing important tests on your eyes. They're not hurting you for the hell of it. Your foot doctor hurts you when he scrapes the bottom of your foot. Oh, that would be nagging. She's had that same wart or plantar wart or whatever on the bottom of her foot for like 8 years or something, but she also will go out in the snow and keep her wet socks and sneakers on all damn day long and never take them off and never let her foot breathe. She also doesn't do what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to wash it every day and put stuff on it every single day. She doesn't do it. So she's going to be going and getting that scraped and treated forever because she doesn't take care of it in ways that would make it go away. I don't get in her case about that at all. She has to drink water. I know how important it is. I drink water constantly. She has to drink water. If all day has gone by and even though I've left the water out, but I've been in my room doing other things and not been on her jumping down her throat or been on her case about drinking water, she just won't drink the water. She doesn't remember to drink it, people. At her age, I read, you're dehydrated and you don't know it. She has to drink water. The bare minimum they say is you drink, you know, is the 8-ounce glasses or whatever. You're really supposed to drink half your body weight in water. Which means, so if she weighs 160, which I don't think she even weighs 160 anymore because she's gained weight, but let's just say if she did weigh 160, then that would be 80 ounces, okay? Before I was just having her drink 4 glasses, which it wasn't half her body weight. She doesn't weigh 128 pounds. The glasses are 16 ounces each. But the lithium, it says that it causes dehydration. That's the first medicine that's ever said it causes dehydration. Yes, she doesn't. I was terrified when I read that. I never knew that. The older you get, your sense of thirst, it was probably a John Barron article. Your sense of thirst goes away, which means you're dehydrated, you're thirsty, and you don't know you're thirsty. And if you have problems remembering shit like she does, you're not going to drink any water. I mean, Houston, we have a problem if hours have gone by and I find out she's only drank all day long. It's one thing if she's out and about and whatnot and doesn't want to pee, she's home, and she's only drank 1.5 glasses of those, and it's the night, it's like 5 o'clock now, and she's been up, say, you know, since 8, you know, because she had drank water only because I told her, and then I go and do other things, or I fall asleep in the afternoon, or I do whatever, go on my power, but anyway, and she still hasn't touched any water on her own. I'm basically having to tell her to nag her to drink water because drinking water is pretty much life or death. You have to. She'll be dehydrated, people. It's more important than ever when she's on this lithium. She has to drink enough water. I'm just having her have the bare minimum. I'm not having her drink as much water as I drink. She's got to drink the bare minimum. That's it. Nagging her. Fuck you. Auntie would probably say, don't even do that. She basically said, just let your mom do whatever she wants. Yeah, fine. I'll turn off my caring. I'll turn it all off. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, as in, I won't pour the water and make sure she drinks the water. I won't ask her if it just, the reason I have to pour the water so I can see if she's drank it because she doesn't remember. I've asked her before, did you have water? I had 1. Oh, and then I think it was 2. You know what I mean? And we're talking when all day has gone by in the past. if you care, you do have to, and you live with them, even if you don't, you have to gently, quote, nag, unquote, your loved one regarding certain things. If you know that it's not that they're being defiant, that they really can't remember. She's not registering thirst and she's not drinking. There's no way. You're dehydrated at that point if you've gone hours and hours on 1.5 glasses of water and that's it. You just don't know you're dehydrated. Your body's dehydrated. I am trying to keep her as healthy as possible. I know all those psych meds are toxins, poison. All those, quote, necessary for her, unquote, for her to take toxins, okay? Auntie doesn't live here. Auntie's not going to make sure she drinks enough water. When I say water too, coffee is a dehydrate. You're not really getting water if you drink coffee. She's not even drinking coffee either. I've encouraged her. That's not nagging though. I don't fucking care. You're a zombie. You drag yourself on the Omar walks when you could barely even, and you have your eyes closed all day long that I'm talking to you, literally. Anytime she's sitting down on the couch, her eyes are closed. She can't keep them open. She tells me she feels sluggish and useless. I'm the one who gets her the good vitamins, the vitamins and the multivitamin for over 55, and I got her your vitamin D and probiotics. She would never get any of that stuff. She wants it too. She doesn't know ahead of time that she wants it. The antioxidants, I don't want her to get sick again, but I don't say anything to her about anything. She doesn't remember to take her vitamins. She doesn't remember even to drink water, enough water. Okay? If I don't tell her, she's going to get physically sick. Yesterday she threw up. Okay? That's what people who say don't nag your mother don't get. I'm not going to have Auntie's nonchalant attitude, you got to accept this is going to be in my life. She's going to be in menopause probably now for the rest of her life. You have to, and then in the same breath, don't tell your mom what to do about anything, is basically what Auntie said to me. Don't nag her about anything. She's very fragile. Well, then you put me in a rock and a hard place because she's not, she's not remembering to do the bare minimum, like drink enough water, drink enough fluids. That's the bottom line.